Okay, so we're going to Belize. So I'm super excited about this. It's a STEAM tour, so we get to learn about science, technology, engineering, and math. Um, Belize is super cool. I've never been, so I'm excited to go. Um, so one of the things that we're going to be talking about is safety. So these are the things that we're going to be going over. Safety. So safety is on everyone's mind, especially with what's happening in the world. So we're going to be addressing that first. Then we're going to be going over some travel plans and the things that we're going to be doing. Then we're going to talk about what students are going to get from that travel and going to a different country, which is pretty exciting. And then we're going to talk about what's included and what's not, and then the price and dates to mark in your calendar. And then at the end, again, I will pull up that sign-in sheet to talk about for enrolling and submitting questions, because I don't want to I don't want to go too much over your time. This is just an information, all of that to process. So a little bit about me. My name is Teresa Dark. I am my second year teacher at Sylvan Middle School. I teach 7th and 8th grade math, mostly 8th grade. So that's the kiddos we're going to be taking next year's 8th graders, your current 7th graders. Why I love to travel. So if you haven't noticed back here, there's a big giant map. I love traveling. I got to go overseas the first time when I was in 8th grade. My mom was adopted from Germany, and that we got to see her family that back in Germany. And so that was really cool to see a different culture and to learn that, things are a little bit bigger than United States, and everyone has a different, just different way of living. So we would have meat and cheese for breakfast instead of eggs. And that was just so cool to me as an 8th grader. Like, oh, I never thought about not eating cereal or Lucky Charms for breakfast, but they're over there normally eating, meat and cheese for breakfast. So I thought that was pretty cool. And travel has really changed me forever and made me who I am today. I've gotten to travel a whole different places, and it has, being at such a young age and traveling abroad really got my heart set on either helping others that are in different parts of the world, and just thinking differently and thinking that my little piece that might seem not so great, the whole world is a big place where we have a lot of opportunities. So that's why I love travel. And these are the excursions that I've been on. My family and I, sometimes we go with my family and I, but these trips were either with my husband and I. You can see the one in the little frame that's in Vienna, Austria. His parents actually lived there for 5 years, and so we got to visit. The one at the bottom is from Iceland. I lived on the East Coast for my entire life, except for 3 years ago. And traveling to Europe is a little bit easier than from California. So I got to go to Iceland for a pretty amazing price. And traveling there was amazing. My junior year, those 3 pictures are from India. So my junior year, I took a class called Service Learning, and we went to an orphanage in India. And we did that. We went to the orphanage for 2 weeks, and then we traveled around the rest of India for a week. And that really, really changed my life. Getting to help those kids and seeing a different part of the world was just really cool. And that's why I'm so passionate about traveling and having experience and having opportunities available for the younger generation to travel as well. So why are we planning to travel now, right? It looks like the world is what it is, right? And so it's something to look forward to and something to get excited about. Coming to work, I usually go to my classroom every day, and coming to work to an empty classroom gets a little sad sometimes. So I need those things to look forward to. I'm going to plan for 2022 when I know that it's going to be safer. And it's really important to have those positive outlooks instead of just thinking about the sadness of what the immediate is right now. Um, and so we're planning also for 2020 because it's 2 years away. And we definitely feel more confident about the safety of traveling. And also when we travel or we're planning, I'm a big budgeter. I like to budget. I'm the budget between my husband and I. And so when I remember I was planning a trip to Germany, and I was bartending at the time. And so I had to take a part of I really wanted to go, but I couldn't afford it right away. So I would have to take my tips and I would have to budget out. So it's easier when you do it years in advance instead of, a couple months in advance. And then we're able to take advantage of the risk-free enrollment period. So that means that if we sign up soon, then we have this risk-free enrollment period where if for some reason you decide to back out, you will get your money completely back. Say that something else happens in your family and you're not able to make the trip anymore. As long as you're enrolled in the risk-free enrollment period, then you will be able to 100% get your money back if anything happens. So something about the EF tour that we're taking, there's plenty of educational tours that happen, are companies that are around. And I chose the EF educational tours because they have been around for a long time, so over 50 years. They have groups of people in over 50 different countries. I've had the person that's working with me right now, she has walked me through the process on how to sign up. The emails that I'm giving to you guys, she's walked me through everything and just makes me feel so comfortable. I don't speak Spanish, and that's what they speak. They speak Spanglish, so English and Spanish in Belize. And so sometimes in Europe, I feel comfortable. I look very European. So, but other places, sometimes I don't. And so knowing that EF is going to be by my side and helping me through that. And we have a tour guide and everything that knows the local area is going to be super helpful. And it's accredited as well. So you can get college and high school credits for going on this trip. Which is really awesome. So it's just like our school, it's accredited as well. And it's been around for a really long time. So some of the schools that are traveling with EF nearby, so Mesa, the high school right up the street, Rio Linda, Casa, like a lot of schools that are in the San Juan district, even, Folsom, Winston Churchill, they have used EF, and I really feel confident with this, going with this tour group. So like I said, safety is really important. And like I mentioned before, there's going to be a tour director that is going to be with us at all times. And I said I don't speak Spanish. I took it in high school, 10 years ago, but I'm a little rusty on it. So we have that tour director that's able to translate and really know the area really, really well. So that's pretty awesome that we have someone that is able to be right by my side and guide us. I'm not kind of thrown like, here you go, like do whatever you can. No, I'm here to kind of give that. I have that tour director with me, so that's pretty exciting. And if we have more than 6 travelers, there is a chaperone. So the group is going to be pretty limited, but it's a 6-to-1 ratio. So if all 6 kids get 1 adult with them, so that's a pretty good group to have. It's really, really small. So, and all the school rules apply. I'm taking students who have great attendance, who have amazing grades. And as parents, you can kind of say, hey, if you want to go on the Belize tour, we need to like get our grades up and we need to get good attendance. And it's a good incentive for the kids to keep doing well in school. So I'm trying to get the best of the best to go and using it as a tool for kids to be successful. Oops. And so we also have this book with confidence. So there's something that's called Peace of Mind. So this is built into the EF tours. It provides groups with flexibility to change dates. So we'll have a range of dates, and we're planning on going during spring break of 2022. And if for some reason spring break doesn't work, we can move that date somewhere else. And maybe it's during another break or anything like that, but we can move it. And that's a good peace of mind. And there's also global travel protection. So say you lose your luggage, which is a common thing that happens, you'll have that global protection, and that's already in our tour fee and everything that's included in that. So we have this peace of mind traveling. And again, like I mentioned, we have that risk-free enrollment period. You can cancel for whatever reason and receive a full refund before May 1st of 2021 or 2022. So yeah, with all those things, it gives me confidence just to book with these people. And if we need to, for some reason, move the dates or anything like that, we're able to as well. So that is really good peace of mind. Oh, there they are. Oh, it's 2021. Sorry about that. So you have that risk-free enrollment period. So that if you enroll and you're, making those payments, and then all of a sudden something happens, you can get it fully refunded back to you. It just has to happen before May 1st, 2021. Okay, so now about our tour and what we've really experienced in Belize. So what we're gonna do, we're going to fly into the Belize city. We're gonna fly in and we'll kind of go over the coast and go around different regions. We have a bunch of different activities that we're gonna be doing. So we're going to be going over all and it's STEAM focused. So science and technology, we're going to be going through, zip lining, and we're going to be learning about the ocean and what they're doing and what the reef that's right there is going to be doing as well. So you have so many different things that we're learning about and how the world is built and how they built things back in the day. That building right there is pretty old. So what kind of architecture did they use? And obviously had to do some math in order to figure that out. So it's pretty exciting. So some of the things that we're going to be doing, we're doing scientific research, and we're looking for we're going to be in the rainforest. That's one thing that I'm really excited about. I've never been to the rainforest, and I've always wanted to go because I see these, beautiful pictures of people in the rainforest. And so I want to see what the rainforest is and touch the rainforest and hear the sounds. And I'm excited about that. We're going to make, homemade tortillas for breakfast. We're going to try basket weaving. There was a course at my college called underwater basket weaving. I don't know if you guys have heard of that, but it sounds silly, but we'll do it. We won't do it underwater, just above water. Learn the different dances people have in the Mayan culture. Zip line, like I mentioned before. We're going to talk about the marine life. We'll, help out the environment while we're down there and kind of pick up the stuff that's on the beaches and just a lot more stuff. And each excursion is going to be decided by us. So I'm pretty excited about that. So all these different areas we're going to be able to visit and see the beautiful places. And we'll stay in top-notch hotels that we'll be staying at. And they're all very, very safe. Those are the different places that we will be going to. So not only are we getting the real life experience of traveling to different places, but you can also get credits. So you can get a high school credit for any personal projects that you do. So you just when you get into high school, just contact me again and say, hey, how can I get high school credit for going on the Belize trip? If you end up going to college, you can get college credit. Like I said earlier, they are accredited. So you would just have to pay a small fee to take the college course. And then you would just have to write an essay, like, about your experience, and then you'll earn 3 credits, which is pretty good. And then there's something that is called the Uncommon app. So the Uncommon app helps people pay for this. So they pay money for to get this app, and it helps you write your personal essay for college, which I am not the best at writing, hence I am a math teacher. So I would have loved to have that when I was in high school, but it helps. This would be an amazing college essay to write about. Say, in middle school, I got to travel to Belize and see the rainforest and help out the beach. So using that, you can use that Uncommon app for college essays and things like that. So that's and that's already already guaranteed with the travel. And the reason we do group travel, so we'll go with our group from Sylvan, but we also will meet other schools. So that's kind of cool. In order for us to keep it more affordable, I'm not gonna hire out a private bus for just 12 to 15 kids. So we have to share the bus with other people. So it keeps it affordable, and we get to meet, you get a 2-for-1. You meet some people that are from the States, and you also, get to know about more the culture in Belize. So closer to the departure date, we're going to be paired with a group, and we just get to meet other students from, say, like Maryland, where I'm from, or Michigan, or Utah. You get to meet other people from other states as well. So that's kind of cool. So what's included in here? So what is included? We get round trip airfare. So from Sacramento to Belize, or I believe it's Sacramento or San Francisco. We have to figure that out, but I'm pretty sure it's Sacramento. We have safe and quiet, quality hotel rooms. We get that tour, the full-time professional tour director. That is going to be amazing for me. I don't have to make a lesson plan on going to different places. It's already kind of put there for me. So that's really nice. You also get the on-tour transportation. So we don't have to pay for any taxis or, busing from the hotel and everything like that. That's included. We get all the educational itinerary. So all the things that are included, like the learning that we'll be doing, the different tours and activities like zip lining, breakfast and dinner are included. There might be lunch separate, but we can figure that out with they want us to do local cuisine. So we would just kind of go around the town and get lunch there. So we also get 24/7 on-tour assistance. In the middle of the night, if something were to happen, I can call someone up immediately, and they'll be able to take care of the situation. I've got my traveler support team. There's someone that's been walking me through this whole process, so that's exciting. You will also have a tour donation page. So this is like a GoFundMe. You can send this out to family and friends, and they will directly support your tour cost. They don't have to pay a fee towards, say, like, GoFundMe has a 3% fee. It goes directly towards paying for your trip. So each individual person on the tour will have that tour donation page separate. We're also, doing that STEAM project-based learning. We've got that Uncommon app that I've talked about. You get a travel backpack, with all of our goodies that we're gonna do. And we have that global travel protection plan that I talked about earlier in case we lose things or flights are changed. We don't have to pay for that. Some of the things that are not included would be passport. So you have to get your own passport and different baggage fees depending on which airline we go with. If you want to do any spending money, we're not providing that. Any snacks or lunches, we're not providing. Any tips we're going to give, the tour director probably will give a tip at the end to, for what he spent his time doing. And then the college credit if you were doing that's an extra fee as well. So how much is everything? I think that's a lot of people are thinking. How much is it all in total? And I honestly think that going on a vacation or a tour like this, it pays in full that's the only thing. So say if you're eating lunch, you can't really like get that back after you pay for it. Travel, I think, has really provided so much for me, and that's something that I've had to pay a little bit for, but I think it's totally worth it. So with the different types, they have different flexible payment options. You can pay bi-weekly for $118. And that will just get taken out. You can pay monthly or you can pay in full. And they have different payment options for that as well. And also if adults want to travel, they just have to pay a little bit more, and you guys are welcome to come on the tour as well. If you do sign up for the flexible payment options, those are available for the risk-free enrollment period. If you don't sign up for the flexible payment options, then the risk-free enrollment period does not happen for you. So I just want to make that clear. You have to sign up for the, you're there monthly, bi-monthly, or pay in full to get that enrollment period. And there is a $95 deposit to put your spot down. So how to make this happen, because it's not a small chunk of change, right? So a few things that EF Tours does is that they have a global citizen scholarship, and you can apply for those, and it goes $1,000 towards your fees. So you just have to apply. You do it, 2 to 3 minute video on how will this tour change the way you think, feel, and act about the world. So I encourage everyone that goes applies for their tour to really do that 2 to 3 minute video. And we can also, do it in a Zoom. I plan to have this as like a club leading up to when we go. So we can do that and do those scholarship things during our club time. And I know that I've looked online as well, and there are like travel scholarships that you just have to Google, and you can find those as well. It's not with EF, but there's other places as well. And then there's also that customizable tour donation page that I talked about. So there's no fees that go towards like EF for people to get those. It goes right towards you. So that is something that they offer as well. And then there's an early enrollment discount. So there's a $300 discount if you enroll before the deadline. And I have to remember, I don't remember exactly what that deadline is, but we'll go to the end. They'll have that deadline, I'm pretty sure. And also what I'm going to do is I'm going to try my best to contact those big agencies like Google and Apple and asking for support. And I also, I'm going to start a Donors Choose. So that is a donations-based, I guess, fundraiser. I'm going to do fundraisers as well myself. And they help support that. And any money that I were to raise as the person in part will go directly towards you guys evenly. So I'm going to try my best to reach out to Google, Apple, all those big tech companies. They do have plenty of money, so we should be able to kind of tap in, and we can use our resources here in California to kind of help offset some of the cost. So I want you guys to mark your calendars. It's an 8-day tour. And they give us a window right now. So they're giving us a window between March 24th and April 4th, because that's, as you get closer, we're going to confirm the exact departure and return dates. But we're trying to go for our spring break so students don't miss any class, but there could be some flexibility with that as well. So yeah, those are some ruins that are in Belize to kind of get you excited about it. And now you are able to enroll. If you decide that this is a really good investment for your student, which I think is, because I just love travel so much, then you can also enroll. And that deadline to get that $300 off is November 13th. So there's only going to be 12 spots. And to be accepted, students need to have good attendance, good grades, participating in school. So it's not just going to be who is super interested and can pay in full. It's going to be students that really work hard and are really paying attention in school and are really focused on their education. So I know that there's a bunch of people, there's 30 participants in this Zoom alone. So I'm hoping that we can have the slots full, and I'm just really excited to take your students on a trip of a lifetime. So you can go, I'm gonna put the sign-in form up again to scan the code. And then go from there. I'll be also sending a follow-up email that has the enrollment page, the enrollment number, and that sign-in form you need to do now, but I'll be sending a follow-up email tomorrow morning. So I'm super excited. Sorry, brain fart. What was I gonna say? I missed it. Oh, all your questions. If you probably have a ton. I probably didn't go over everything perfectly. It's been a long day, but those questions are gonna be in that tiny URL, the sign-in form, and that's where all your questions will be. And we will make sure to answer every single question that you have. And I am just super excited to open this opportunity for you guys at Sylvan. I know it's only my second year here, but I am excited to make a difference and just be the change in the world that we need. So I'm going to close this screen. I'm going to stop share. And if anyone still needs the link, I can put that, hopefully I can put that link in the chat. Let me see where that link is. Okay, so I'm gonna put the sign-in link in the chat so that you can just easily click. I should have done that in the beginning. So it is, and if you have to leave, you're more than welcome to, but if you haven't got that sign-in, then I will put that in the chat so that everyone can sign in and get your questions. So 3F 2T 3F 2T MDK. Hopefully that link worked. It's going to take you to a sign-in page. Unable to. Okay, so just kidding. I put the wrong one. Let me see. tinyurl.com/y3f2tmdk. You might have to copy that and paste it in your browser. There you go. Yep, that should work. So just copy that and paste it in your browser. So all questions will be in the to that link that I sent so that I can just, if I have more questions in the chat, the problem is that I'll miss them and I don't want to miss your questions. So just make sure that you have every question is going right to that, that tiny URL so that I get all of them put together. So let me make sure that everyone is signed in. And I think I figured out how to do that directly. All right. All right, so yeah, if you haven't signed in on the chat, you can just click on that. And then once you've signed in and you got everything down, you can head out and have a great rest of your day. I'm gonna stay here in case anyone still needs the link, but you'll be having it in your, you'll be having this recording if you need it for later. So everyone have a great rest of your day.